Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Sam and Max in the Devil's Playhouse. So, we need to try to get that. Let's see if we can shoot it.
Senseless vandalism has its place, but this isn't it.
Indeed no, huh? Okay. So, excuse me folks. Sorry about that. You may have noticed that this is sitting on the top shelf. And if you've noticed that, maybe you'll notice it's also kind of teetering, kind of close to the edge here. If we had a way to just ram into this thing and maybe reverberate and knock that off, that might work to our favor. Luckily for us, we have a way. It's Roomba time!
Curse my lack of suction. Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh.
What's happening?
Almost. Come on. Actually gotta get a good run at it.
Ooh.
Hey, watch it!
New.
Ooh.
Come on.
What's happening?
Hang on.
Help me!
Got it.
Whoops. Oh well, any cockroach foster son of mine is plenty resilient enough to survive a good vacuuming.
Okay. We now have our baby roach. Sam Jr., I believe he dubbed it already. So, let's take a look at our roach here.
It seems like only yesterday I watched him hatch, which is odd considering it was only a few hours ago.
Yeah, that might do, yeah.
Don't worry, Sam Jr. Your foster paw will take care of the Max apocalypse with no problem.
Who's worried? I'm a roach. I can survive a nuclear winter.
Roaches can survive a nuclear winter. Useful. Kind of.
Don't worry, Sam Jr. Your
Who's worried?
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, now that we have the miracle of birth on our side, let's see if Sybil's changed her tune just talking to
Holy Mount Rushmore! Did she actually get bigger?
Nice.
No,
This is pointless.
did not.
I'd better stop talking until I can make her think I really care about this whole parenthood thing.
Really sincere, Sam.
Keep it cool, Sam. You can do this. Just concentrate on something else. Hi, Jumbo. Darn.
Ugh.
You know, I wouldn't complain if you
This is
just reached over
pointless.
there and
I'd
started
better stop talking until I
slapping
can
him.
make her think I really care about this whole parenthood thing.
Really sincere, Sam.
Yeah. So anyway, let's make her believe we really care about this whole parenthood thing. We have a roach. A roach we just hatched.
What is that? A roach? Ugh, gross.
Well, I never.
Don't give it to me, Sam. Take it outside and kill it.
Don't listen to her, Sam Jr. The mean lady is on heavy medication and doesn't know what she's talking about.
Wait a second. You really do care about that roach, don't you?
He's the promise of a future generation. Not that you'd ever understand.
I think I underestimated you, Sam. You really do have the heart of a parent.
And a real parent, not keeper of some half-statue freak show.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's get moving and save Max!
Hallelujah, Sam Jr. Now that we've motivated our fellow Lifebringer, we can control Max's legs and haul his terrifying bulk across the length and/or breadth of the city.
So now we have the Max icon. And clicking on it, now that we've managed to get her, you know, not so mad at us anymore, even though she can be, and I wouldn't blame her a bit.
Sam, I'm picking up an unusual spike in brainwave activity from Max. Are you trying to take control of him?
Yes, I am.
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco. Rescue team, assume Giant Max form, go.
Motor skills to full power. Neurons and stuff aligned for transphasal plasmic shift or something. Release exhaust. Activate feet and legs.
Manual override active. Go!
Activate hands and arms.
And
Sam, you have not unlocked the arms yet.
All right. We can still walk around and stuff though, right?
We suppose, if you don't mind shambling through the city, pointlessly smashing everything in sight.
Can't think of a good reason not to.
Me either. So now we have control of Gigantomax here. And we can actually kind of stomp around some. We can't move any faster than this. But we can move that fast, you know. So we're not going to be completely, you know, out of everything. So let's see what happens with Battery Park. Since this is where we need to go, remember, this is the only place with enough power to actually shut down Max's system.
This won't do us any good until we can control Max's arms.
So we have to figure out a way to get into the radiation-filled room so we can actually, you know, so we can change the pattern, activate the manual override, and control the arms.
Sam, my biosensors are detecting a drop-off in transmotor electrical impulses to the lower quadrant. I'll skip it. Do you want to keep controlling Max or not?
Yeah, we don't need to.
I'm done here. I want to go back.
So, now let's see what we can do about getting in there and controlling his arms. Well, obviously, we aren't going to be able to go in ourselves. Mainly because, you know, dog digestion. Dog digestion? I have no idea what I was just trying to say there. I'm sorry about that. So anyway. I got distracted by something. So the arms. We cannot go in there ourselves. But what we can do is send someone else in our place. And we just happen to have someone who's immune to radiation. So let's send Sam Jr. in there.
Okay, Sam Jr., I want you to make me proud and operate those arm controls.
I'm on it!
That
didn't take long.
fast.
What happened?
I never learned to read!
Don't worry about it, little guy.
Okay.
But now I've got to find somebody who's immune to radiation and literate.
Okay, so little cockroach never learned how to read, huh? Well, we only had a way to get a bigger cockroach. Maybe one that's already learned how to read, huh? I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. But we know where we can find a cockroach, right?
Sam, it looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help?
What?
I mean, it looks like you're trying to control Max. Is that right?
Yes.
We're going in.
Let's see if I can find the lab. The lab is pretty easily identifiable, actually. Ooh, I walked right by it. This big, bright spotlight there is the lab, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, is there someone on the roof?
Yes, there is.
This isn't much fun without being able to control Max's arms.
Okay, so now that we're here...
Sam, you appear to be trying to run a program you downloaded off the internet. Did you mean to do that, or would you like to keep controlling Max?
And let's go home again.
I need some me time for a while.
Now let's see what Max has got to hear and see, huh?
We're outside Bosco Tech Labs. And wait a second. There are a couple of people up on the roof talking.
Wow, look at all that destruction.
Oh, isn't it romantic?
That sounds like Stinky and her cockroach boyfriend, Sal. What could they be up to?
Just one more night, and it'll all be over.
Amazing. I'm hearing what Max hears, right down to the irritating subsonic frequencies audible only to lagomorphs and professional bagpipers.
Yeah, I don't want to delve into that too much. So we're sitting outside Bosco Tech Labs. There's a roach. However, we do not have the ability to just control Max's arms, so we are going to want to make Max really want that roach. Luckily for us, we have just the means to do that. So, if we want Max to really want a cockroach, you could say we want him to crave that cockroach. So let's set up where he wants to crave cockroaches instead of corn dogs, which will cause him to want to eat Sal.
I love Sam Jr. like a daughter. But I'll admit he's an acquired taste.
Corn dogs. Wait. Madre de Dios! La cucaracha! We must gather delicious cockroaches for the host!
I don't know about this, Stinky. Feels like we got in way over our head.
Don't tell me you're getting cold tarsal pads now, baby. Not when we're so close to having everything we ever wanted.
Yeah, that's another thing. It was kind of exciting for the first couple of decades, but I don't think... What's that?
It sounds like something's coming.
Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying...
Can't hold on!
Never fear, my queen. I've got you
Well, Skunk Ape found his spine again. Hey, you buddy. How you doing?
Hiya, Sam. So this is what hell looks like.
Well, kinda now that you mention it. But we're not in hell.
Really? Because I'd done some real bad things. I figured that monster had finally punched my ticket.
No, we're just in Max's stomach. If you want to make up for all the bad things you've done, you can help us save the city.
I'll do anything. Well, almost anything. Maybe I better hear what it is first.
Okay, use that video game machine up in the arm controls and read the commands off to Monsieur Paperweight. The brain's going to try to ventriloquize you to say the wrong thing, so...
So I just say the complete opposite, right? Any dope could figure that out.
Well, not any dope. I think you'd have to be pretty clever to figure that out.
Brilliant, Sam. This roach is pure dynamite.
He solved the manual override even faster than you did.
Yeah, well, I did it first.
There you go, Sam. I took care of those arms like you wanted. I'll just get over to Battery Park and you can...
Sal, are you okay, buddy?
Looks like this is the end of my ride after all. Hey, Sam?
But I thought roaches were immune to radiation.
Nah, that's just a urban legend. But I figured that if a bunch of people need something, then that kind of weighs more than just one newly single deadbeat cockroach, you know?
That's beautiful, Sal. I'll edit it down a little before it goes into your biography.
Now get over to that power plant and save the...
Aw, poor Sal. He really didn't deserve that. Oh well, one less roach in the world. Anyway, when we come back, we'll take another stroll around the city. Only this time we have a very specific destination already in mind. But we are going to stop, smell the roses so to speak, and look around the city first. So, take care folks. See you then.